Welcome back to the channel, and tonight we're diving deep into the abyss of human fear itself. We're counting down the top 10 most spine-chilling true horror stories ever told. These aren't your average campfire tales, these are real events, documented and investigated, that continue to haunt our waking nightmares. So lock your doors, turn off the lights, and prepare yourself. Because tonight we're stepping into a world where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. Our journey starts in Adams, Tennessee in the early 1800s on a farm owned by the Bell family. The Bells were a typical frontier family, but their peaceful life was shattered by something sinister. Strange noises, whispers, and moving objects plagued them. The entity, known as the Bell Witch, tormented the family relentlessly. John Bell Sr. suffered the most, his health deteriorating rapidly. He died under mysterious circumstances, a vial of poison found by his bedside. The witch had claimed its victim, but the story doesn't end there. The Bell Witch case remains one of the most unsettling paranormal cases in American history. In February 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers ventured into the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. Led by Igor Dyatlov, the group was excited for a challenging expedition into the frozen wilderness. They were young, experienced, and well-equipped for the harsh conditions. What they encountered, however, was beyond anything they could have prepared for. Imagine this. It's the dead of night, freezing temperatures bite at your skin, and you're huddled inside your tent, nestled in the desolate vastness of the Ural Mountains. Suddenly, something compels you to flee your tent, cutting your way out from inside. You're not properly dressed for the elements, but you run, barefoot and terrified, into the freezing darkness. This is the chilling scenario investigators reconstructed after the Dyatlov Pass hikers were found dead, scattered across the mountainside. Their tent was ripped open from the inside as if they had fled in a desperate panic. Some of the hikers were found partially dressed, some barefoot, their bodies strewn across the snow-covered landscape. But here's where it gets truly bizarre. Some of the bodies showed strange injuries, internal injuries, but no external signs of trauma. One hiker's tongue was missing, another had their skull fractured. The Soviet authorities at the time ruled the deaths an unknown compelling force, a cryptic conclusion that only deepened the mystery. Theories abound, ranging from avalanches to infrasound-induced panic, even to encounters with something not of this world. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most baffling, unsolved mysteries of the 20th century, a chilling reminder that even in the most remote corners of our planet, the unknown can reach out and claim us. Our next story takes us to London, England, to an unassuming house on Green Street. There in 1977, the Hodgson family found themselves at the center of one of the most highly publicized paranormal events in history, the Enfield poltergeist. It began subtly, noises in the walls, objects moving inexplicably, but it wasn't long before the activity escalated into something far more terrifying. Imagine being an 11-year-old girl lying in bed at night, when suddenly your furniture begins to shake violently. You call out for your mother, your voice trembling with fear as a chest of drawers slides across the room, seemingly with a mind of its own. This was the terrifying reality for Janet Hodgson, the young girl at the center of the Enfield poltergeist haunting. As the activity intensified, Janet became the focal point. She would levitate in her sleep, furniture would be hurled across the room, and disembodied voices, gruff and menacing, would echo through the house. Investigators, both skeptical and believing, flocked to the Hodgson home, eager to witness the paranormal phenomena firsthand. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence from the Enfield case was the voice recordings. Janet's voice would change, becoming deep and guttural, claiming to be the spirit of an old man who had died in the house. These recordings, along with eyewitness accounts from police officers, neighbors, and researchers, painted a disturbing picture of a family terrorized by unseen forces. The haunting continued for years, attracting worldwide attention and cementing the Enfield poltergeist as one of the most well-documented and disturbing paranormal cases ever recorded. Chapter 4. In 1974, the Lutz family moved into a beautiful Dutch colonial house at 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York. Little did they know that their dream home would become synonymous with paranormal terror. The house held a dark secret, a horrific mass murder that had taken place just a year earlier. Imagine stepping into your new home, a place where you're supposed to feel safe, only to be greeted by an oppressive, almost suffocating atmosphere. Cold spots, foul odors, and an unshakable feeling of being watched plague your every move. This was the horrifying reality that confronted the Lutz family. From the moment they moved in, strange and terrifying events plagued the family. Swarms of flies appeared despite the cold weather. Green slime oozed from the walls, and George Lutz, the father, would wake up every night at 3:15 a.m., the time the murders had taken place. One of the most unsettling aspects of the Amityville haunting was the effect it had on the family. George became increasingly withdrawn and irritable, even threatening violence against his own family. Kathy, his wife, experienced vivid nightmares and claimed to have been touched by unseen hands. The children also reported seeing demonic figures and hearing voices. The family fled the house after only 28 days, leaving behind their belongings and a chilling tale of paranormal terror. The Amityville Horror, as it came to be known, became a media sensation, inspiring books, movies, and countless nightmares. Chapter 5. Our journey takes us to 1922, to Hinterkaifeck, a small farmstead in Bavaria, Germany. This isolated farm was the scene of a gruesome unsolved murder. Imagine living a simple life on a secluded farmstead. Neighbors report strange things. A shadowy figure, footprints in the snow. Days later, your family is found murdered. The weapon, a pickaxe, left behind. This is the unsettling reality of the Hinterkaifeck murders. The Gruber family and their maid were found murdered on April 4th, 1922. The case remains unsolved. A chilling testament to the darkness in human hearts. Chapter 6. Our next chapter delves into the realm of creepypasta, those internet-born horror stories that spread like wildfire, blurring the lines between fiction and reality. One such story, which has sparked countless real-life encounters and fueled nightmares for years, is the legend of the black-eyed children. Imagine this. It's late at night, you're home alone when you hear a knock at the door. You peer through the peephole and see two children, a boy and a girl, standing on your porch. They ask to be let in. Their voices strangely monotone and unsettling, but something about them sends shivers down your spine. Their eyes, wide and completely black, stare back at you, devoid of any warmth or humanity. These are the black-eyed children, and according to countless online accounts, they're appearing at doorsteps and on roadsides asking for a ride or a place to stay. Those who have encountered these eerie children describe an overwhelming feeling of dread and a primal urge to flee. There's no single origin story for the black-eyed children. Some say they're demonic entities, others believe they're vampires or extraterrestrials. Whatever their true nature, their unsettling appearance and the sheer strangeness of the encounters have cemented their place in internet folklore. While there's no concrete evidence to prove their existence, the sheer volume of reported encounters, often with chillingly similar details, is enough to make even the most skeptical among us wonder, what if lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to approach, are these black-eyed children, their intentions unknown, their presence a chilling reminder that some things are best left unseen? Chapter 7. The Villisca Axe Murders. Our journey takes us back to the early 20th century, to the quiet town of Villisca, Iowa. It was here on a summer night in 1912 that a horrific crime shocked the nation and left a chilling legacy of unanswered questions. Imagine this. You're a child, safe and sound asleep in your bed. The only sounds the gentle chirping of crickets outside your window. Suddenly the silence is shattered by the thud of footsteps on your porch, followed by the chilling clang of metal against wood. Before you can even scream, a shadowy figure enters your room, the moonlight glinting off the blade of an axe held high above its head. This, my friends, is the horrifying reality that befell the Moore family on that fateful night in Villisca. On June 10, 1912, Josiah and Sarah Moore, their 4 children and 2 young guests, were found brutally murdered in their home. The weapon, an axe, left at the scene. The killer, despite a massive investigation and numerous suspects, was never brought to justice. The crime scene was gruesome. Each victim had been bludgeoned to death in their sleep, the killer taking care to cover the mirrors and leave behind few clues. The brutality of the act, coupled with the fact that the murderer had seemingly vanished into thin air, sent shockwaves through the small town and beyond. Over a century later, the Villisca axe murders remain one of America's most haunting, unsolved mysteries. The house still stands, preserved as a chilling reminder of that horrific night, and visitors claim to experience paranormal activity within its walls. Chapter 8. The Ghost of Greenbrier County. In 1897, Zona Heaster-Shue died mysteriously in Greenbrier County, West Virginia. Her mother, Mary Jane Heaster, claimed Zona's ghost revealed her murder. The ghost's testimony led to the exhumation of Zona's body. The autopsy confirmed her neck was broken. Edward Shue was convicted of her murder. This case remains a chilling reminder of the power of the supernatural. Chapter 9. The Mothman Prophecies. Our next tale takes us to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where in 1966 a series of bizarre sightings ignited a wave of fear and speculation. Teenagers claimed to see a large winged creature with glowing red eyes near an abandoned munitions plant. Imagine driving down a dark road. Your headlights suddenly reveal a massive humanoid figure. Its glowing red eyes fix on you, sending a shiver down your spine. You slam on the brakes as the creature spreads its wings, and then it vanishes into the night. This is just one of many chilling encounters with the Mothman. The sightings continued for over a year, with witnesses describing a creature with a 10-foot wingspan and glowing red eyes. Some believe Mothman was a harbinger of doom, coinciding with a tragic bridge collapse. Others dismissed it as mass hysteria, or misidentified sightings of owls or large birds. Whatever the truth, the legend of Mothman continues to captivate and terrify. It stands as a chilling reminder that some mysteries may never be solved. Some creatures may lurk just beyond the veil of our understanding, watching, waiting, and perhaps warning us of things to come. Chapter 10. The Winchester Mystery House. Our final stop takes us to San Jose, California, to the Winchester Mystery House. This mansion, with its twisting hallways and staircases to nowhere, is fascinating and unsettling. The story behind its construction is what makes it so captivating. Imagine inheriting a fortune with a terrible curse. Spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle haunt you, and you must build to appease them. This was Sarah Winchester's reality. Widow of William Winchester, she turned a farmhouse into a mansion with 160 rooms and countless oddities. The house is a testament to her obsession and belief in outwitting spirits. Doors open to brick walls, staircases lead to ceilings, and windows overlook rooms. Some say she designed it to confuse spirits. Others say she was eccentric. The Winchester Mystery House stands as a monument to grief and the supernatural. Thanks for watching. So there you have it. Our countdown of the top 10 most spine-chilling true horror stories. From haunted houses to unexplained phenomena, these tales remind us that the world is a strange and mysterious place, full of shadows and secrets that we may never fully understand. These stories are more than just entertainment. They offer a glimpse into the darker side of human experience, the fears that haunt us, and the mysteries that continue to baffle us. They remind us that even in our modern world, there are still things that go bump in the night. things that defy explanation and challenge our understanding of the world around us. Thanks for joining us on this journey through some of the most spine-chilling, true horror stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more terrifying tales.